Wario. Woohoo! And Luigi too. Luigi number one. Ho ho. And Wario, have a rotten day. Yahoo. Oh wait, I forgot. Mommy said say something nice. Oh yeah. And well, Luigi, everybody cheat with me. And baby Luigi. And baby Mario. Let's go. Wahoo! Hello.
I love this. I'm not needed at all.
I'm so sorry for being so late. We got so far behind on photographs and food and things like that, so my apologies. I hate to make people wait because I don't like waiting. So I'm sorry, but thank you all so much for coming. I'm really so grateful to be here in Dublin, so grateful to the producers for bringing us out here. Derek's a terrific guy, and Nintendo that gives me the chance to play these wonderful characters. But most of all, thank you to you, because your enjoyment of the games is what gives me the freedom and the chance to come to a beautiful city like Dublin here and enjoy the food, the people, the Guinness. The Guinness. The Guinness. No, it's really been wonderful. I really just absolutely love it. So thank you all very much. It genuinely, it's a real privilege. You know, I feel like the luckiest guy in the world because, you know, I never knew what I wanted to do in life. And acting, believe it or not, fell upon me, the most unusual profession. And I've had so many great years of 46 great years of doing this, but 31 years doing Mario. And again, I just fell right into it. But I get to do what I love to do in life, and I hear so many people, hello. I hear so many people, you know, you're the voice of my childhood, and I'm so genuinely touched by that. And it occurs to me that what I wish is for everybody to have that experience in life, to do what you love to do, to find what gives you joy and passion and makes your dreams become your reality, you know. And I think it started for me when I started listening to that negative voice going, bah, 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 you can't do what you love to do, you can't, you know, you're stupid, you get it, and shutting that down to try to become the best friend of myself to myself. And it's a process of about 46 years so far, but you know, when you become your own best friend, when you look for happiness and joy, and you demand that out of life, you know, with love and sternness, with that no, I want to be happy, I want to live my dreams, you know, and then getting rid of that negative voice so that you respond to yourself the way you do to the people that you love the most. That's when the universe tends, I think, to open up. And so I just wish that for everybody, that you have a life of dreams and joy and happiness, you know, because in the end, we're all the heroes of our own game, aren't we? We all hit the trials and tribulations of life, and how we respond to that develops who we are as people. And I've been so lucky, you know, and I just wish that for everybody, that great good fortune of joy and happiness and health, you know, and heroism. Thank you.
I'm really happy because I've spent countless hours playing the game, and I'm just so happy that the man behind the voice is every bit as impressive as the one on the screen.
Oh, bless you.
Just before we start, we've got mics set up here,
great.
here, and here. Doing my best air hostess impression here. And so if anyone wants to ask a question, you can jump up there. Just before we start, Charles,
Sure.
you are in the Guinness Book of Records for playing Mario.
Yes.
Can anyone guess how many times he has played Mario? Just shout it out. Way off.
26. 63. That's a great number.
You're closer. I assume you know.
Not really. No, it was 100 with Smash Brothers Melee in about 7 or 8 years ago when I got that award, and I think it's now 125.
Wrong as well. 161.
Oh! Mamma mia! 161? My gosh, I must be old.
How did the role of Mario come about? I think as someone who you've played 161 times
You
now.
know, I have to say, it's this, when you open to the universe, it opens up, because I was doing what actors do. I was sitting on the beach reading a book, waiting for my pager to go off. This is prehistory, before cell phones, believe it or not. And I'm just sitting there, kind of, reading my book, and on my pager goes bzzz, because I had it on vibrate. Bzzz. I'm like, oh, it's a friend of mine. I guess that means we're going to go to lunch or go to dinner. And so I don't know why, but I left the beach, got on the phone, called him up, put your quarters in. Hey, buddy, what's going on? Hey, you got to go crash this audition. There is no way I would ever crash an audition. I'm a professional actor. Where should I go? And I have no idea why, but I left, brushed the sand off, left the beach, drove downtown, found a parking space, which is amazing at 5 o'clock in the evening. And I walked in the door, and I was walking in. The guy was walking out, and I recognized the Sony camera bag. So I figured, that's got to be him. I said, hi, can I read for this? Not knowing what it was. And he said, oh. All right, the bar was next door, just to give you context. He said, all right, come on in. You're an Italian plumber from Brooklyn. We'll set the camera up, named Mario, and for a company called Nintendo. I had never heard of Nintendo. I had never heard of Mario. And I'm like, Italian plumber from Brooklyn. Okay, so we're doing a real-time animation system, and we have no idea if it's going to work or not. We got a supercomputer. We're going to glue things to your face, and when you talk, your mouth will move, and that will make the cartoon character move. But they'll see the cartoon character, and you'll be talking with them because you'll see them, and you just start a conversation. But if it doesn't work, I'm not going to pay you to drink coffee all day. So make up a voice, make up a video game, start talking, and when you run out of things to say, that'll be your audition. And I thought, okay, Italian plumber from Brooklyn. Get out of my face, I'm working here. And if I do that all day, what if they're kids? What if they're people? I don't want to be that guy that said, hey, and I didn't want to do a character like that. But I had played Gremio in Taming of the Shrew a few years earlier. Nice Italian guy, talk like this. In an adaptation, Petruchio was like 1947. He was a GI going to Italy to find a bride, and I was the father. And I thought, well, I'll just do that, but I'll make him younger, and I'll just make him a video. I didn't know anything about video games except wacka, 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 and tok, 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 there's and ping pong, And I thought, well, I'll make up things about food because obviously that's a passion of mine that I wear with me every day. And so he said, action. I said, hello, I'm a Mario. Let's make a pizza pie together. You go get some sausage. I'm going to get some spaghetti. He put spaghetti and the sausage in the pizza. And then I'm going to chase you with the pizza. And if I catch you the pizza, you got to eat the pizza. And then we're going to make another pizza, and you're going to chase me with the pizza, and if you catch me with the pizza, I'm going to eat the pizza. And he didn't say cut. But I remembered one thing, don't stop. So I went through then we're going to go to lasagna. And I chase you down the hill with the lasagna pan. I catch you with the lasagna pan, and you're going to make a meat lasagna. Chase me and then we're going to make a tortellini. And I went through every pasta that I knew, and then started inventing pasta. And then we're going to make a rosto di tortellatello. It's a great pasta. I'm going to chase you with the spinach roto di tortellatello. And if I catch you this roto di tortellatello, you got to eat the roto di tortellatello. And I just kept going and going and going and going. I was having a good time because I enjoyed the voice. It was fun. And it was like doing a sort of character that was just absolutely silly, and which is me. And I finally heard, stop talking. Cut. There's no more tape. Thank you. We'll be in touch. And I thought for sure, okay, that's the end of it. There's the door, folks. And I left and I went back to the beach. I ended up having dinner with my friend. And he gets on the phone. He calls Nintendo and says, I found our Mario. I got him. And that was the only tape that was sent to Nintendo. Mr. Miyamoto liked it. And 2 days later, I was in Pasadena, California, getting things glued to my face. And that was 31 years ago. 31 years ago.
I'm absolutely starving after hearing that now. So it's like pasta. Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
It was just amazing. But it's been 31 years of absolute joy and happiness. I was doing. I went in one day and there was Wario in the real-time animation system. They said, "Put a voice to this guy." And by the way, he's modeled after one of these guys. Oh, have a rotten day, And then one day I walked in, there's Mario Tennis or golf or something, and he's in there. Go ahead, put a voice to it. So it's just been one gift after another, Really fun.
You seem to genuinely love it. Like it explodes out of you. What for you was the best part of playing this character?
The best part is when I do the voice, somebody smiles. If I go, it's me, Mario.
I did actually try not to do it.
That makes it like it's the first time ever in my life, So, and that gives me so much joy. When I grew up, Jackie Gleason had a TV show called The Jackie Gleason Show. And I used to go, there was a character who said, "Hi, Joe. Hello, you Mr. Donahue." And he would laugh like that, and I would do that, and my mother would laugh. There it was. The writing was on the wall, and I didn't know it.
Did you get to see Mario before you were doing the voice?
No.
No. If you would have saw that character of that face, would the voice have been different, do you
Oh,
think?
that's a great question. I really don't know. Probably so. Probably so. I don't know what it would have been, and I can't try to do that. But But on the other hand, as I watch it, it's the right thing, And I was really lucky because we did before I did the Mario games, I did Mario Fundamentals and Mario Teaches Typing, and it was the most marvelous gift because I go to the session for Mario Teaches Typing, and I, open the script, and it's like, oh, you failed. Bad job. You have to start over at the beginning and do it again. And I went, can I please just rewrite this a little bit? Yeah. Oh, sure. Go ahead. We don't know the character. Guy, sure. Go ahead. That was great, but I know you can do even better. Let's try again. Oh, that was great. So instead of being negative, instead of talking down to the child who's trying to learn to do something and saying you failed, that was great. And I know you can do better. The way that I think everybody wants to be talked to. And that gelled in my brain. That's what I want to do. I want to be that character that everybody would like to have in the life, of the joy and optimism, positivity, facing adversity with a let's go, and that's what I did. And that was the greatest gift of all, was Mario Teaches Typing.
I have a question there if you want to go ahead.
Hi. That's extremely high mic. Can somebody grab the microphone for him, please? And just pop it off of there, I think. Thanks, Mario. That's lovely. Thank you very much. Or shorten that stand, or?
Yeah.
Oh, great. There you go.
Hi.
Hi.
Would you rather be stuck with Princess Peach for the rest of your life, or Luigi for the rest of your life?
Oh, I will save Princess Peach the rest of my... Mamma mia. She making my heart go bada bing, bada boom, bada ba. Yeah, of course. And Luigi #1, I'm going to rescue Princess Daisy one day when I can ask her on a date. Luigi's so shy, and Mario always says, "Don't eat the anchovies when you got the pizza, when you're on a date." Yeah, I will rescue her for the rest of my life. Thank you. That's a wonderful question. Hi.
Hi. What's your favorite Mario game?
Oh, that's a great question, too. My favorite Mario game. Well, since I've recorded 161, it's hard to say one. But, Mario 64 really sticks in my mind because I had done the voice improvising for 5 years. I see somebody and say, "Oh, what a nice hat you got on. Is that from Panama?" I'd see somebody and I'd just start chatting with them, So I had done the practice, but going into the session, I got to bring all those things in that I had practiced for 5 years in creating the heart of the character. So that was fun. Sunshine was really great. Galaxy was amazing. Mario Kart Double Dash, Super Mario Bros. 3D World, and Super Mario Bros. Wii. All those things. What's your favorite?
Maybe Mario U Deluxe.
Oh, fabulous, right? The Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I love that game. I love being able to. I really believe that we should all incorporate that into our real world. Think if there's no traffic at all, if everybody could just float up in the air and boom, go like that, right? No more traffic. Thank you.
Okay.
And thank you for playing my games. Hi.
You were so adorable. I was kind of really hoping he'd go villain there and say Sonic was his favorite game.
I know we had a little Sonic in a little pram who was asleep today. It was so adorable. My goodness. Should we be going back and forth, or what do you tell me?
We'll do one over here, and then we'll go over to yourself.
Hi.
Hi. Is it easy to you do your voice, and what's your favorite line?
It's easy for me to do voices because these characters are around me all the time. I wake up in the morning, if it's going to be a good day, I'm like, da-da, 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 yippee, oh, yeah. And when I spill coffee, I'm like, wah, what did that happen to me? Wah. So they're very present. And I also dream as Mario, so that's when all my flying dreams are Mario. Because
Dreaming in 2D.
yeah, I dream in 2D, flying over mountains and a lot of purple water. I don't know why the water's purple, but it's always purple. What was the second half of that question?
What's your favorite line?
My favorite line. Well, there's something to be said for "It's a me, Mario, woohoo!" But I also love "You, the superstar." Ha ha!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go with you over here.
Oh, yeah, Captain America.
Thank you very much. I was wondering, what do you think of like the other interpretations of Mario's voice that have been over the years, like in the cartoon from the 80s? Like,
I think it's always adorable. I mean, those were way before my time.
Yes.
The things like that. Really wonderful. Lou Albano was apparently a really terrific guy, ex-wrestler or something like that. Really a super guy. And, I love it. I love fan art. I love that creativity inspires creativity.
Yeah.
And that is one of the gorgeous beauties of it. My belief structure is that creativity can be born out of joy and happiness, but I've known a lot of artists who, you have to suffer for your art. There is no art without suffering. And I always joke, I suffered for my art. Now it's your turn. But I just think you can do joy and happiness. And I know that's not exactly what you asked, but
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you very
thank
much.
you. Thank
Go
you
with
very
the
much.
lad over here at the tight.
Hi.
At the back here.
Sorry. Hi.
Yeah, I was just going to ask two things. So I think you're very aware of the new Super Mario movie coming out next year, I think. And I just want to ask, did you get a choice in who got to voice that, or did you get offered to voice Mario?
They're making a movie?
Yeah, Chris Pratt is going to be Mario.
Who's that? Lucky for me, I'm a voice actor, and I'm not allowed to speak about that movie at all, or any sort of future projects. But I will mention that I'm sure it'll be wonderful. And there's another movie that, if you get a chance, I sort of like went against my grain of usual, and I'm playing Magenta in Dragon Ball Superhero. That one I can mention because they said, we were doing PR on that one. Go ahead and talk about it. So I can mention that one. That opens in August, and I hope you get a chance to see that too. And I hope you watch the Mario movie too, of course. Yeah. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt is apparently doing a thick Brooklyn accent, so we might get to see the "I'm walking here, Mario" finally. Back here.
Hello.
Hi.
I've been playing your games for like 5 years, and
Yippee!
it's an honor to meet you, really.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What do you think of the, what do you call it, the 90s Mario movie? That was a thing, apparently.
The 90s Mario movie, it was horrible.
Right, that is a fact, that is a fact.
Yeah, what did you like it?
I mean,
Yeah, stand alone, it's wonderful. But to me, the beauty of that is of the characters and the storyline. I would have been much happier to see it stay with the Mario, with the love and the joy and the happiness and the fun, instead of the, hey, here we are, And I would have loved to keep the Princess Peach as I love Mario games. So I loved every minute of those games, and I wish that movie had been more like the game.
all right, thank you.
A movie
Thank
so
you.
bad the nicest man in the world said it was terrible. Go to the back here, the young lady here.
Are there any characters you would like to play?
Any characters that I would like to play? Well, here's the thing. I'm 66. I still play characters. When someone calls me and says, "Hey, want to play in our sandbox?" I say, "Yes, let's go play in the sandbox. Yippee!" But, I don't actively pursue those, because I do believe there's a time when a man needs to give chance that he got to other people. And there are plenty of people in the acting world that are interested and dynamic and alive and deserve the same chance that I got. So I'm content. I'm playing the people that I love the most: Mario, Wario, Luigi, Waluigi. So I'm content to give other people the chance to find the ones that they love.
Do you play many of the games yourself?
Do I play the games myself? I can always find out that the princess is not in this castle.
I just like the idea of going into a room and playing with yourself.
You know, I like sandbox games, you know, because you don't have to accomplish anything. And I'm very good at that.
Take a question here.
Nothing. Yes.
Hey, so what was your favorite game to do voice acting in? Like,
Well, you know, I loved them
Just-
all. Every one of them. 64 was very special, as I was mentioning to the young man over there, that because it was like 5 years brought in. I love the when I did 3D World, we had seen it at the preview of it at E3, and I said, "Oh, that's fun, that's fun, that's fun! I can't wait!" And I go to the session, I'm like, meow, meow, you know, and the notes come back from Japan. Perhaps a little bit more aggressive. Meow, meow. Perhaps a little bit more aggressive. Meow, meow. Perhaps a little bit more. Meow. That's the one. We got it, you know? So it was just a joy doing that. And I love the game, you know? It's just so cute. Little Princess Peach. Ah.
cool.
Thank
Take
you.
one there. Mini Doctor Strange there at the back.
Oh, yeah.
We need smaller microphones or taller question askers.
So you know how you voice a lot of the character. You know you voice a lot of characters in the games.
Yeah.
What's your favorite character that you don't voice?
The favorite character that I don't voice? Oh, that's a really good one. Well, you know, I love Yoshi. I think the world of Yoshi. I also like Kirby, and I like Link. I think those are three of my. Who's your favorite that I don't voice? You have a favorite?
Well, my favorite is Wario.
Wario. Oh, good. Have a rotten day. There, I can do that one.
Is it true you asked to be the voice of Link and you were told no?
Yeah, you know, yes, that was 28 years ago. I said, if you need a voice for Link, I have some ideas. Thank you very much. We're happy. Yeah.
Take a
There
question here.
There was a door closing. Hi.
Hello, I have a friend called Jack, and he wanted to say hi. He's not able to make it today, so which is why I'm filming it. And he has a question he's been wanting to ask you for a long time. What's your opinion on Bowser coming out as gay?
About what?
In Super Mario 64, you say so long, gay Bowser.
Oh, it's so long, Bowser. It's not. There's no possible slight in there or anything like that. It was just simple, you know. But you know, there's a small memory chip. But spin them around and so long, King Bowser. We did like 30 takes of that as I do of everything. So it's like so long, Bowser, and I throw them off the thing. But somebody somewhere thought it was. Of course,
About everyone.
You know what's also really sweet is that I was in Germany and somebody said, "Why does Mario say Mexico?" And I said, "Why do I say what? Mexico." And so every time I go, "Let's go," now I think Mexico. I mean, you know, there it is. Hi,
Question
Jack.
there, the back there.
Also, oh, sorry.
Sorry. Next are millions looking. So just
Yeah,
do the
I
next
have to
one.
get
Just one
going,
per person.
unfortunately.
Sorry.
I am going back to the table to sign autographs, to do photographs. We also have a photo session back in the other room, too. So I don't have too much time. I'm really sorry. But I will try to answer questions as quick as I can.
So as you mentioned, you're voicing Magenta in Dragon Ball Superhero.
Magenta, Dragon Ball Superhero. Yes.
How does it feel like going so against the grain of like you're so used to doing good characters to now voicing a character who is undoubtedly evil?
You know, I love it. You know, it was just a wonderful gift that came. My friend said, "Hey, you know, let me hear you do this," and I did this thing, and he goes, "Yeah, come on in." And I just had no idea what fun it was. But I'll tell you, I have a full-born, renewed respect for anime actors because it's so different from my sort of acting that I do some of the dubbing with Mario. But, you know, you see the character move and you hear the Japanese version. Japanese is so different from English. And then you try to put that line that these master writers have done to fit into the mouth movement of that one. And you have a certain amount of time. It clicks down, beep, beep, beep. And then you're supposed to go on that third beat, you know, and it's just amazing to try to put the emotion, the character, the history, the life, all into that little section, you know, to make it make sense. And, you know, when I did anime in the old days, you know, it's like everything was as big as you could be, you know, you just did as huge as you could get. And it's not that way anymore. It's a really beautiful, refined art. I fell in love with anime.
Thanks very much. Take a question here.
Hello.
Hi.
Is it true you did Donkey Kong once?
Yeah, I did Donkey Kong. We had Donkey Kong in real time for a long time. It was a Mario in real time, Mert, Wario in real time, Wirt, and Donkey Kong in real time, Dirt, or the Dirt. Yeah, yeah, and I did that too. That, oh yeah, I was doing that all day long, you know. And I think I did Donkey Kong in Mario Kart 64 or Mario Kart Double Dash. I'm not sure which one, but that was the one foray into the games.
And I just wanted to ask, we were talking about Captain Lou Albano a few questions ago. Do you know of the song "Do the Mario"?
Yes, I've heard that before.
Do you know the words of the song?
Not in the slightest.
He's not a jukebox. He doesn't do requests.
Yeah, you know, it's so funny because I love all that other stuff, you know, but I travel. That's what I do. I get on planes and I go places. So I don't sit there, oh boy, you know, like that. I'm like, yippee! I'm like, I go.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for putting that song in my head for the day now, because now all I can hear is do the Mario. Question at the back there.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Can I just take the time to say that it is an honor to hear your voice in real life?
Thank you.
And without being too cheesy and sentimental, I'm just gonna cut right to the chase. Is there any new other new partner that you'd rather partner up with than Luigi, and why?
Is there anybody I would rather?
Is there anyone you'd rather partner up with than Luigi?
Oh no, Luigi's my brother and my best friend. You know, we started a plumbing business together.
Do you have any brothers? Because I'm kind of worried that you want to get rid of them.
You know, Mario is my favorite character, but I really am more Luigi. I'm the second born. I'm taller than my brother. I run faster than my brother for obvious reasons. You know, if you've ever had an older brother, you know what I mean. You know, and my brother was exactly Mario. If he wanted to go outside, he'd just run straight through the door, whether it was open or not, you know, and just go outside. And I'd be like, I don't think we should go outside. We should ask mom. Yeah, mom's at work. We should call mom. And we get, you know. So there it is.
Hopefully you didn't develop an affinity for mushrooms. Question here, please.
Sorry, I never got to say I never got to say it before, but just thank you for and also, do you record voice lines for every new Mario game, or just?
That's a good question. No, sometimes they reuse some of my materials, and then sometimes I come in and I record several lines, and sometimes we just do the whole thing top to bottom. It depends on the game, and it depends. And I've recorded between 2 weeks before a game launched and 3.5 years before a game launched. So everything is fluid, and I never know anything until I get the phone call or the text now. Yeah.
At the back there.
Hello.
First, I just want to say that I'm really excited for the Dragon Ball movie.
Thank you.
And also, how do you feel about Smash Bros. From Mario going from a very friendly character, like basically the only fighting he's ever doing is throwing fireballs and jumping on people, to him like straight up punching and kicking people?
You know, it's all what you do as an actor. You play and you be silly and ridiculous, and that's what I do. You know, it's all right inside there. So when it calls for this, I do that. When it calls for that, you know, when they say do Parthenax, what brings you to the throat of the world? You know, you just do that because that's what you do. You know, you know, if you want to be an actor, watch cartoons, watch TV, watch movies, see what people do, imitate what people do, watch people when they walk. And, you know, you might notice a guy with a big jaw talks like that, or little beady eyes talks like that, you know. So you start imitating and playing with that. And then, you know, like the dog chasing the ball on the beach, you let it all go and you just get the ball. Just get it and bring it back, get it and bring it back, because that's what you do. You leave that voice that I was talking about first on, that watches you from the outside, that says, no, that's not good enough. No, do it like this. He wants that, instead of being the voice inside the dog gives, ball, get the ball, get the ball. You know, just do what the character it wants you to do, you know.
Let's take a question from her.
Yeah. First, I want to say thank you for your legendary work that you've done for everyone here. Everyone loves you.
Thank
you. And have you ever felt starstruck from any of your colleagues or any of the industries that have wanted you to work for them? And if you have, how have you conquered your fear for being so starstruck or nervous around them?
I was so nervous the first time I did a monologue. I was my left leg was shaking like this, so I put my weight on it, and then my right leg was shaking like this. So I heard this voice inside, spread your legs a little bit and put your weight evenly between them. So I did, and then they were both shaking like this, and I was convinced. I don't know what the monologue was. This, I died in a fire. It was a terrible death, and I think people were hearing. I was so terrified. But then in the end, it's like people went, "Oh, why weren't you nervous?" That's what acting is just pretending like you're not what you're not and what you are what you are.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and thank you for your.
Just on that question about being starstruck as well, did you have much interaction? You were in the Deadpool with Clint Eastwood. Did you have any interaction with him?
No, I never even met him. He was down in Monterey the day that I was doing the movie. I met Tom Arnold and Hugh Grant and Michael Douglas and people like that. I don't get starstruck, but I'll tell you, when I first started autographing things, I thought, it's so silly. Here I am autographing. I met Barbara Eden, who was I Dream of Jeannie, my childhood hero, and I met Adam West, and Adam West was the most marvelous guy. I miss him every day. I saw him. He was Batman when I was growing up. We watched every Batman, and I was literally, I went to say hello to him, and I completely lost it. I said, "Hi, I watch you every. I really appreciate. I loved, and when I was a kid, and he's so gracious. He goes, "Why, thank you very much. And what do you do?" And I said, "Oh, well, I play this character here." "Oh, who's that?" "Oh, it's Mario. He's a video game character. And how long have you done that?" I said, "Well, I've done that for like 22 years. He goes, "Congratulations. You are a success." And when somebody shines their light back on you that has that much stardom and that much light, I was never more touched. So I remember that always. We're just all people.
He just seemed like I bought his autobiography and there was an option for it to sign it.
Yeah.
And it came back and it was like, "To Andrew, I miss you every day. We had some great times. Adam West." Never met him before in my life. And I'm like, what in the name of God?
That's so beautiful. That's him.
Oh.
He sits backstage, or he did before he died, bless him. And he would just sit there telling stories, just doing stories about he and the co-stars on the things. And whoever was sitting near the table was on the floor laughing. He was so funny. Great man.
My friend got his. It just said, "To James." One at the back there.
Hello, Charles.
Hi.
First of all, I just want to say it's really great to meet you.
Thank you.
You are one real good old legend of Nintendo. I just want to say. And my question is, how long exactly did you do the voice of Mario?
Well, it's 46 years now, and I'm still doing it. So it's
46
no,
years.
it's not 46. 31 years now, and I'm still doing it. It was November '91 that I got the job and started doing it right then and there. So it'll be 31 years completely.
I'll roll my eyes like I'm doing maths in my head.
I don't. Yes, it's been a while.
And who, in general, would be your favorite character to voice?
Mario, and Mario. It's just so
Mario.
fun. But I love Luigi. I love them all. But Mario's the guy that it's just he brings like Luigi #1. Ho ho. See, it works too. You smiled. You did.
Not as big a smile as the Mario.
Oh,
one,
there you
though.
go. See, anything that makes people smile and gives them joy. I don't know how much time we have left. What time is it?
10 minutes left.
We have 10 minutes left. Okay, we have 10 minutes left. I'm going to
Lightning
try
round.
to be succinct.
We'll go here next, please.
Hi.
What's your opinion on Mario Odyssey, and do you think there'll be a sequel?
Welcome to my new Odyssey. Woohoo! I love that game. Sandbox game. I can play it. I walked into this session, saw the hat toss and it landing on the frog and ribbit, ribbit. And I went, goosebumps. This game is going to be magical. I hope there's a second and a third and a fourth because I just love that game. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just to the back there.
Hi, Charles.
Hi.
I'd like to say welcome to Ireland, and this question is for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And in the Swallowed by Darkness ending, right? Why does Mario face plant to the floor?
have no idea.
Oh.
I'm a voice actor. If he face plants, I go, "Oof," and that's what I do. You know, I see the thing for the first time when I go into the session, and I see, you know, the hat throw or the through the wires, and I play. And it's like, come to our sandbox, we're gonna play, and I go, yippee, and I show up, and that's what I do. I have no idea. I could never invent a video game or a character or anything else. But give me a drawing, and we'll talk.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Go here.
Thank
Just
you.
before you ask a question, we're not allowed to ask any more Mario ones. I'm joking.
He got me there. Hi.
Hi. How do you feel about people cosplaying Mario?
People
not what, sorry? How do you feel about people who cosplay as Mario?
I love people cosplaying as Mario. Number one. Woohoo! I love cosplay. I love these shows. I think it's the most marvelous thing in the world that they create this beautiful, safe environment for people to come out and have a great time. I have met people cosplaying as Mario who met a Princess Peach at one of these shows and ends up getting married at one of these shows or later. And then I see little baby Marios with little, mushroom hats on, little one-up hats. And I'm just, nothing makes me happier.
I wouldn't trust her to get married in a castle, though.
No.
Can you do a Mario impression before you go?
Oh, yeah.
No? No, it's okay.
It's a me, Mario.
At the back there, Pips?
Me?
Yeah,
Hi.
go ahead.
So after 30 years of voicing Mario, do you take a different approach to it now?
I think what?
After what, sir?
After 30 years of voicing Mario, do you take a different approach to voicing him?
Do you take a different approach to voicing?
No, it just comes off the top of my head. It always has. Yeah, I do believe as all acting is the same. But for me, acting comes in that moment. It's like flash, there it is from my heart, and that's it forever. And I wake up hearing the voice and talking the voice, and it's just there in me. Thank you. It's a lovely question.
Question here.
Just first to say, it was really honored to see you here and
Thank
to meet you.
Thank you.
You're the voice of my childhood and so many other people's childhood. But I would like to ask, who was the voice of your childhood?
Oh, bless you. That's a great question. Oh boy. Oof.
That's a fantastic
What's
question.
his name? It's a fantastic question. What's his name? He did every single voice of my child. Mel Blanc. Mel Blanc. Thank you. Mel Blanc. He did Daffy Duck, Donald. He did not Donald Duck. He did everybody that I saw as a child. And I think everybody in the world today is in some way paying tribute to him, because I'm sure that somewhere he did a voice that went yippee, and I heard it and it stuck in my heart. So he was really the guy that was just absolutely amazing. Amazing.
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you. And thank you for your kind words.
You're saying that about like iconic characters. Like you could take Mario and show him to any corner of the globe.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna outlive both of us. Like how does that feel? Like if you showed somebody that, in Australia, in America, and go, what's that? They'll do your voice.
Yeah.
What does a legacy character like that mean to you?
Lovely. It's just lovely. I am so touched and so moved. That's why I say I just wish it for everybody. Get to know that feeling of being appreciated. We don't appreciate the plumber and the electrician and the guy, but it's like, hey, I plugged in a toaster in for 30 years. My kids, my grandparents, my parents, everybody got a piece of toast in the morning. Thank you. And we all deserve that,
Go for a question.
We're
here.
all part of the same one. Hi.
Mario, Wario, or Luigi?
Mario. Woohoo! How about you?
Mario.
Yahoo! Thank you very much.
Question at the back there.
Hi, Charles.
Hi.
First of all, it's very grateful meeting you here.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I have a question. What is your favorite Nintendo console and why?
Ooh, my favorite Nintendo console. That's a really good one. I'm one of the few people that I loved the GameCube. It wasn't enough of a revolution as the 64 was, but the 64 changed the way games were made. And because of it, I get to do a voice in the game because they used a MIPS RISC processor in there that could handle more than just doot, 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 doot. So I guess that's the one. 64. What's yours?
I don't know. It'd probably be the Wii.
Yeah, that's it. That was a great one. Yeah. Thank
question
you.
Here. We've only got time for one more from each mic, by the way, so we're just getting the wrap up there.
How was voicing Luigi in Luigi's Mansion?
Or it's very scary. Mario, I'm coming. It's so great. That company, Next Level Games, they're up in Vancouver, and I flew up there for the most recent one, the 3. And they're just, everybody at that company knows every frame in that game. It's just remarkable. Love and devotion. They write the music. I go, beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you.
Lost track of where I am now. You go ahead while I think.
Oh, will I? So I'm not sure if you saw a while ago the entire debacle about Waluigi and Smash. How do you feel about Waluigi not getting into Smash?
You know, honestly, I'm a voice actor. I know that Luigi will have his day, or Waluigi will have his day. I just, you know, they come and they say, play in our sandbox, here's some new toys, you know, and whoever is there, that's the toy that I play with. But I hope for everybody that he gets his own game one day, and you have to cheat to win.
Thank you. And I'm very sorry you have to navigate the Irish accent today.
Thank you.
She's very sorry you had to navigate the Irish accent, the irony of that.
I love the Irish accent.
Question at the back there from, I think it's Miss Marvel.
What do you think is the first 3D Mario game?
It was Mario 64. Woohoo!
I thought it was Super Mario Kart since that is also like 3D.
That was 3D, but when we came out with the Nintendo 64, it came with the game Mario 64, and then after that was Mario Kart Wii.
Oh.
That's how I remember it. And I think, which one is your favorite?
Oh, my favorite game?
Yeah.
That would be Super Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario Odyssey! Yippee! Thank you.
I also have a Mario impression.
Oh, I want to hear it.
Mexico!
Woohoo! Bravo! That was great.
So we just got time for one more here and then one more at the back, and then unfortunately we have to finish up.
Hey,
As
I'm
Charles said,
sorry.
he's on the floor downstairs, so you can go and see him today and tomorrow.
I'll be
as well.
there.
So go ahead there.
Do you have a least favorite Mario game?
No. They're all my favorite ones. You know, I remember Mario Partners in Time, or you know, just doing anything in Mario's voice is fun for me. And every time I see a game, I'm like, this is amazing. Thank you.
And last question of the day, so
Last
no
question
pressure.
of the day.
How are you, Charles? I'm
Hi.
just wondering, it's one of your more underrated roles, but what was it like working with Bethesda for Skyrim?
Oh, that was a lot of fun. You know, yeah, honestly, I'm sorry. It's a little bit longer of an answer than I would normally. But you know, there was one day that my microphone didn't work. I had this really expensive microphone attached to my computer, and they sent it in, and I ended up using GarageBand to audition for this. You know, what brings you to the throat of the world? And I got the job, went down to Los Angeles, and it was right before E3. And you know, unlike every other time when you read it, the script was instead of on my hand, where I could make notes and pronunciation things and do phonetics, it was on the screen, so I had no access to it. And, you know, they invented a whole language called dragon speech, you know. So, you know, I'd be reading this, you know, and then you should go down to the Lagraflar. Oh, cut. I think it's a Lagraflee. It says har. Did you? No, flea. Oh, then we go down to Lagrafree. No, hang on. We better talk to the writers. They would call the writers. Oh, is it Liagrafee or Liagrafar? It's Liagrafau. Okay, and then you will go down to the you know, by then my brain is like trying so hard that it's short circuiting. But eventually we got it all together, and it was a great fun experience. All of them are fun. You know, they're just everything to me is a beautiful gift. Like life is this beautiful gift that happens way too fast, you know. But any day on this side of the earth is a good day, in my opinion.
One more thing, if you don't mind, before you go. I have a show called Extravision. Extravision was a video chain store in Ireland, kind of the equivalent of Blockbuster in the
great.
States. And the idea is, if you could go back into a video store one more time, what film would you pick? What movie would you pick?
Enchanted April, probably. I just love that. To me, the favorite character I ever played in the theater was Scrooge, because the transformation of character from the grumpy old man to the gleeful inner child in an old man. That transition was huge. And in Enchanted April, I can't remember the name of the actress, but she's a dame now, and she transformed from this, clenched Victorian proper woman to a flower of a human being. And I think transition, change, growth, it's so much of what I want to do in life, to continue to blossom, to continue to understand more and grow more, because love is what we're here for. The more we learn of life, the more we release and free ourselves, the more that love it has chance to bloom. So
Charles,
that's
it has been an absolute honor and a privilege to speak to you
Thank
today. I wish we had more time to talk, but like I
Me
said, you're
too.
down on the floor if anyone wants to come down.
Thank
Ladies and
you.
gentlemen, please give a very warm Charles
Thank
Martinet.
you very much, everybody. Thank you. And thank you for playing my games. You number one. Woohoo!